Hamjambo, hujambo. Karibu sana katika Swahili Kingdom. Welcome to Swahili Kingdom. And if you are new to this channel, this is your first video to watch under Swahili Kingdom, make sure you subscribe because we upload videos every week that are going to help you. If you are a beginner, you have never learned Swahili, check the playlists under Swahili Kingdom and they are going to give you the direction. And you can comment down below which videos you like to get more so that I can make more videos. I can make shorts for you for specific videos that you want so that everybody will benefit from it. I want you to get a lot of input. So, in today's video, we are going to learn about 5 Swahili phrases that are commonly used and they don't have a direct meaning, because when you use them, the meaning will not be literal, okay? The meaning will not be the same as a direct translated word. Okay, so these words will be very beneficial to people who have already acquired some Swahili, or let me say people who are on the upper beginner to starting from upper beginner to an advanced. If you want to listen, because I want to speak in Swahili today, I want to speak and explain in Swahili these 5 things that I'm talking about. So, if you are ready, let's continue with the video. Safari njema, tuendelee. So, the first word is sina neno. Sina neno. Let me give you a scenario. You have learned Swahili. Maybe you have used the grammar book to learn Swahili. In grammar, you don't have the word sina neno as a greeting. It is used in other places to mean I don't have words. That is the literal meaning of sina neno. But you might greet someone, you might tell someone, habari yako. You might tell someone, habari yako. Nzuri, unasemaje? Sina neno. Or unasemaje can be a greeting, by the way. So you can a greeting for people who have known each other for a while, not just strangers. If you are a stranger or you don't know that person, just be formal. You can say hujambo. You can use mambo if you want to be casual with a stranger. It is very, it can mean it. What can I say? It can curl with the others, or something like that. You can use mambo or hujambo, but what do I mean? I'm sorry, I said I'm using Kiswahili, but I turned out to be using English. Okay, I'm just explaining for someone maybe who has learned Swahili, and someone tells them, when you greet them, they tell you, sina neno. What do you mean by I don't have a word? Because I know if you have learned Swahili from a book, maybe you have not learned by an instructor or a teacher or a tutor, you are going to translate it as I don't have a word. You are not going to translate it as a greeting. But when someone tells you sina neno, they actually mean I don't have anything to say, or which means I'm not interested to tell you how I'm doing. Or sometimes it is used to joke. So when you are greeting a friend, you are saying, habari yako, zuri, unaendeleaje, mi sina neno. So sometimes it is used as, maybe you don't want to reveal what you are going through, so you just tell the person, sina neno, and that is it. Okay? So the person will note, or the person will take it very quickly that you are not interested in sharing more details. So that is one of the things that is used in greetings, okay? So when you come, maybe when you come to Kenya or Tanzania, and you greet someone and they tell you sina neno, just stop from there, switch to other stories, okay? Another word is habari yangu taiweza. Habari yangu taiweza. So this is also used in greetings, okay? When someone greets you, or when you greet someone, habari yako, you have good intentions, you want to greet that person, you want to know how they are doing, then you tell them habari yako, then they tell you habari yangu taiweza. So maybe you are going to think that person is grumpy, that person is not good, that person doesn't want you. Maybe you will think that person saw your Swahili is bad, so doesn't want to talk. But no, that is not the meaning. So when someone uses that one, it means, will you be able to handle my greetings? Habari yangu utaiweza. Or if it is habari zako, they will say habari zangu utaziweza. So plural, plural, singular, singular. So this one means, will you be able to handle my greeting? Will you be able to handle my greetings? Okay? So when someone tells you this one, they don't want you to know about them. Actually, I've remembered something. One of my students named Dan, right now he's in Kenya. So it was when he was still in America. He was in America, then he came in Kenya. And he said that when he was at the market, he noticed that most of the Kenyans are very secretive. They are not willing to reveal a lot of things, especially to a stranger. So these are some of the words that we used to tell you, don't continue, but they are not considered rude. So when someone tells you that, just switch to another story, or maybe you can tell them asante, ni furaha yangu kukujua, tuonane tena siku nyingine. Okay? Just when someone is telling you those things, they are not in the mood, or sometimes they are joking. So make sure you are also aware of the intonation. Very, very, very important. Okay? Sawa sawa. Okay, so now let me use an example. Habari yako? Habari yangu utaiweza? Utaiweza. Then hujambo? Sijambo? Unaendeleaje? Mimi niko sawa, sina neno. Another way of using sina neno, when you greet someone, maybe you tell them hujambo, unaendeleaje, then they tell you mimi niko sawa, mimi niko poa, sina neno. So sina neno can be added after a response of a greeting. Another tip you need to have. The next one is inakupelekaje. This name kupelekaje. So let's remove all the syllables in the name and see. Inakupelekaje. E is a prefix. Okay? And then na is the present tense. Peleka is to bring. J is a particle that is used to ask questions. So when you see J anywhere at the end of a phrase, just know it is asking a question. Sometimes it can come before a sentence. For example, instead of asking you, jina lako ni nani? What is your name? Jina lako ni nani? I will tell you, J, jina lako ni nani? That one is more formal. Or I can say, J, unaitwa nani? What are you called? Instead of saying unaitwa nani. Or I can say unaitwaje. Okay, so J will mean it is a question. So inakupelekaje. How is it bringing you? How? Okay, so J means it is a question. Inakupelekaje. This question, you are going to encounter it most of the time when someone greets you. Maybe habari yako nzuri. Ukoje? Niko sawa. Siku yako inakupelekaje? You know, one of the things in Kenya, I don't know much about Tanzania, but people like greeting others for a while. Like people can use 3, maybe 4, let me say 1 to 4 greetings. Someone can say, habari yako, you say nzuri. Ukoje? Niko poa. Siku yako inakupelekaje? Uko sawa. You see, like, because we know people in Kenya are very secretive, or Swahili speaking people are very secretive. So we are going to add on the greetings to get everything that you are going through. Okay? Sometimes just be prepared. Sometimes you might get more than one greeting. If you greet someone, they might respond and then respond with another greeting. So make sure you know these greetings. Another one is sikupenda kwako. sikupenda kwako. For example, when I tell you a sentence, umechelewa lakini sikupenda kwako. Umechelewa lakini sikupenda kwako. You have come late but it's not your fault. So sikupenda kwako means it's not your fault. So it can be conjugated depending on the possessive. So kwako, your fault. So it will start with kwangu, kwako, kwake, kwetu, kwenu. Okay? Sikupenda, so it goes with the possessives. When I say sikupenda kwetu, it's not our fault. And it is used very much because sometimes people they like giving excuses and they don't like saying that something is their fault. For example, the sentence that I have just said, umechelewa lakini sikupenda kwako. You've come late but it's not your fault. So someone can say nimechelewa lakini sikupenda kwangu. They don't want to take the fault or the blame. I'm late but it's not my fault. Sikupenda kwako. Sikupenda kwake. Sikupenda kwetu. Okay? Another last one. This one is kwa raha zangu. Kwa raha zangu. This phrase is used most of the time to mean on my own terms. On my own terms. But most of the time is casual. It is casual. For example, you can be, maybe you want to do something. You want to do something. Then you go and ask for advice. Maybe you go to your mother. You say, Mama, ninataka kwenda kupanda milima leo. Mama, ninataka kwenda kupanda mlima leo. Unasemaje? Then your mom will say, usiende leo, nenda kesho. And then you insist, nataka kwenda leo. Then she says, haya, kwa raha zako, kwa raha zako. Okay? So this one means, Mom, I want to go to climb the mountain today. How do you see it? Then your mom says, no, maybe you can go tomorrow. And then you say, no, I want to go today. And then they tell you, okay, on your own terms, kwa raha zako. Another example is, let's say you are doing something but you don't want to hear other people's advice. They give you, then you rip them off. For example, you can you are washing dishes at a place you are not supposed to wash. Then someone tells you, Maria, mbona unaoshea hapo vyombo? Haufai. Then you say, kwa raha zangu. So it is, Maria, why are you washing dishes from there? You are not supposed to wash dishes from there. Then you say, on my own terms. Kwa raha zangu, kwa raha zako, kwa raha zake, kwa raha zetu. Notice it is always in plural. You cannot say kwa raha yangu. It won't bring that nini. Okay. So at least you have gotten 5 phrases that are going to help you, and they are very common. They are used. We have sina neno. Habari zangu taziweza. Inakupelekaji. Sikupenda kwako. Kwa raha zangu. Okay? Kwa raha zangu. So when someone tells you, kwa nini unatazama video za Swahili Kingdom? You say, kwa raha zangu. And there is another word which says, raha jipe mwenyewe. Raha jipe mwenyewe. It is so much used, especially when you are doing something and people are against you, but that thing is making you happy. You can tell them, kwa raha zangu, raha najipa mwenyewe, or raha jipe mwenyewe. Raha jipe mwenyewe is give yourself happiness. And when you say raha najipa mwenyewe, I'm giving myself happiness. Okay? Those are very common things that you're going to hear every day, every time, especially when you are talking about, you are talking about normal things. You want to go deeper with someone, you want to talk with them, okay? Asante sana kwa kutazama video hii. Natumai umepata kitu ambacho kitakusaidia. Kama haujapata, najua angalau umesikiliza Kiswahili na umejua mambo machache kuhusu Kiswahili, si ndio? By the way, I offer Swahili lessons personalized Swahili lessons. So if you are interested, you can reach me out through this email that will be here, or you can comment down below. You can reach me via WhatsApp. You can reach me via my Instagram, okay? So that I can, apart from giving you the verbs, the high frequency verbs, giving you the mazungumzo, because after a lesson we do a mazungumzo. Mazungumzo is a short conversation where it has the words that we have used. Both, I'll give you the mazungumzo both in written form and in audio so that you can listen later. Then we go through the mazungumzo. We make sure you have acquired the words that you are supposed to acquire. And as we continue, the level hardens, and that is how your brain is going to adapt, okay? And I will also give you new words. I will also give you phrases that mean very different, but they are not in books. For example, when you say, raha jipe mwenyewe, sikupenda kwako, those things are not in books, but they are used in spoken Swahili. So if you want to get an instructor, I am an instructor who is going to guide you. So I'm going to give you details if you are interested. Of course, if you text me or if you email me or if you comment down below, I'm going to help you to get to the level that you want to. I have levels starting from lower beginner, upper beginner, lower intermediate, upper intermediate, and the smart student. And then I have a new lesson that is coming for Swahili phrasal verbs alone. Phrasal verbs that are frequently used that mean a lot of things. By the way, in my lessons, even for beginner, I'm giving you small phrasal verbs that can help you. For example, I have a beginner and I was giving him a phrasal verb which is not really a phrasal verb but an idiom, which is rafiki wa kufa kuzikana or rafiki wa chanda na pete. They mean the same thing. So I explained to him, and right now when we talk about something and we are talking about friends who are very close, we talk about rafiki wa kufa na kupona, rafiki wa kufa kuzikana, rafiki wa kufa kuzikana, and he is so happy to get that one. If you also want to be happy like other people in your Swahili, you don't want to be frustrated, contact me. Tuonane tena siku nyingine. Kwaheri, asante sana. Make sure you subscribe. Hakikisha una subscribe. Asante.